For nearly 20 years, we've been talking about the dreamer population. We've been talking about border security for just as long. It's time we did something, and there's a lot of desire among my colleagues to find a path forward to make a deal. But as I said at yesterday's Judiciary Committee hearing, to do that, we need to be realistic. To my Democratic friends, I say it's time to stop pushing for a clean DREAM Act. As a matter of simple political reality, it's not going to happen. To my Republican friends, I say we're not going to get the sun, the moon, and the stars. We should push for the best deal we can get, but we shouldn't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. So let's be realistic, and I say that to both sides, as one who's made a lot of deals in my time. Here's where I am on the issue. First, we need a deal that has broad support. I hope we can get that support from both sides. Certainly, with a Republican majority in Congress, any deal that moves forward must have broad Republican support and be supported by the President. Second, we should be wary of false deadlines. There's been a lot of discussion that we need to have a bill done by this date or that date, even though those dates have nothing to do with relevant program deadlines. We should not create a false cliff and then plunge over it in a rush to get something done right this second. A deal on DACA is a deal worth doing, and it's worth doing right. Moreover, a deal on DACA should not just be about DACA. Third, we need a deal that's going to help our economy. Our goal here should be to strengthen our country. We do that by supporting communities and families and by ensuring that law enforcement has the tools it needs to keep our country safe. But we also strengthen our country by helping businesses to thrive and to create good, high-paying jobs for our workers. Fourth, we need a legislative solution for DACA. We can't keep kicking the can down the road and relying on dubious legal authority to keep individuals in our country. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to others who are seeking to enter our country legally. Fifth, we need meaningful improvements to border security and interior enforcement, not a fig leaf, not window dressing, real reform. There's been a lot of talk about a wall. To those who are unwilling to entertain any deal that has wall funding, I say let's not let something that would amount to less than 0.1% of the federal budget scuttle a once-in-a-generation deal. Sixth, we need to close loopholes and reduce fraud and abuse. One area that's been particularly susceptible to these problems is the diversity visa lottery. I've long been skeptical of the program. In fact, I influenced or introduced legislation in 2011 to sunset the program unless changes were made to cut back on fraud and abuse.